Is it better to adopt an offensive motorcycling strategy or defensive motorcycling strategy? Right now I'm offending somebody because I'm parked in a no parking sign area, but there's my road glide. We're gonna ride that and we're gonna talk about that subject and whatever else comes to mind while I'm riding. So welcome back to Road Reality, my friend. This is my 24 road glide. She's beautiful. She's a beaut, Clark. Let's go for a ride. As usual, the answer to this question is probably going to come down to where you live, where you ride, and how you ride. But for me, the answer is going to be a little bit of both. I am horribly lit again, my bad. Anyway, how you doing out there in YouTube land? Are you having a good day? Leave me a comment below. I always like to ask how my viewers are doing. Doesn't matter if you're subscribed or not, I'll still respond. By the way, you probably should subscribe. Just wait a little while, see if you like the content first. I actually had somebody recently comment that they were binge watching all my videos, they love my energy and love my content. So thank you very much to you. Now, what do I mean by an offensive or defensive motorcycling attitude? You could call it a posture, but it's not riding position. It's not, am I hanging off to one side? Puddle, hanging off to the other side. It's more, how does your brain work out the best decision to make in a certain scenario? So for me right now, I'm swerving back and forth to dodge the potholes. Yeah, it's not fun, but hey, it's what we got. I want to stick to the back roads. It's a beautiful day. 76, slightly humid, not a cloud in the sky. Just absolutely wonderful. But I was thinking about this on my ride in, and I came up with some ideas of things to think about for you that I think about. Yeah, that's a scary thought. Moving on. The way we approach motorcycling can really, like right now, there's nothing out here, man. I can come over here and I could ride in the, well, I don't want to ride on that. That's pockmark. But I can change my lane position. I can adjust my speed. I can do all sorts of things aggressively or defensively. And I've always said from the beginning of time, my time, that the best defense is a good offense. And I will explain that in just a moment as I show you something slightly offensive. So this stop sign is right here. But let me just pause a minute. There's nobody here. I can see that way just fine. I cannot, however, see that way at all. So I will creep up and see, look, two cars that would have made me road pizza had I not been paying attention. I'm gonna creep up, officer, until I can get a slight, yeah, I can get a view. Let's go. So in that scenario, I did something very defensive, but probably also against the law. Unlike upshifting, which is fully legal. See, no red and blue lights. But then there are times where you might want to adopt an offensive position of riding where you're either on the double yellow because there's somebody in front of you that's screwing around and you want to have more escape routes left and right. Or maybe I'm going to go a little bit faster because, like I find when I'm on the Capitol Beltway, there's a lot of phone zombies and they like to hang out in the left lane and do 45 and a 55 and up a perfectly good thing. Me doing the speed limit. But in reality, I want that stupidity behind me. I don't want it in front of me. And we as motorcyclists, if we stay on the streets long enough, you develop a sixth sense, especially if you ride the same roads over and over, and you develop this sixth sense that you can see the stupidity before it shows up. Oh, don't do it like me. Antenna test range. And I'm blinded by the light. Countermeasures deployed. Much better. So you have kind of a need for both offense and defense. And as I found myself skirting through traffic this morning, breaking zero laws, but also getting in front of the phone zombies who were blocking the way, I got to thinking about this and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of aggressive and offensive on the highway. Like, I develop a mental map of where all the vehicles are around me. And it's updated like 100 times a second. I want to make sure, can I have a little bit of room? Thank you, Mr. Lincoln. I want to make sure that I know where everything is so that if something falls off the truck in front of me or bounces off the car to the side of me, I can go around that nonsense and not be caught up in it. Smart play, right? And before I go any further, please do not try any of this at home. Just take it for entertainment value, and I'm not liable for any kind of crap that happens to you if you try anything that I'm suggesting. Because I'm not actually suggesting anything. I'm just sharing my experience behind bars. Not those kind of bars. Whee! Let's say hi to the bicyclist. Hello, bicyclist. Oh, we got a wave. Oh, we got a wave. We finally found a respectful one of those non-motorized pedal bikers. That's as clean as I'm gonna make it, folks. Moving on. So I really think that being more aggressive on a bike can prevent a lot of unnecessary accidents and things. And I'm not talking about speed, because let's talk about speed for a minute. It's not about how fast you're going. I'm on this empty road. I could do 100 miles an hour. Well, I can't. I'm mentally incapable of doing that. But somebody could do 100 miles an hour down this road, lean through this corner, and be happy-go-lucky, right? But it would be my luck that that guy in the Toyota, or gal, would be in my lane avoiding a stick in the road, and then I get wrecked. I don't want to be that person. So it's the speed differential that really gets to you. When you're on the highway, if the speed limit is 55 miles an hour or about 90 kilometers an hour, I'm guessing there, if you're doing 75, 85, 95, you're just asking to become road pizza. Don't become road pizza. If there's no traffic, sure, you're fine. And again, officer, I just want a better view so I don't become road pizza. Clear that way? Motorcycle, what's up, buddy? All right. We are having all sorts of fun today. Are you having fun? Boop the like button. Now you can subscribe. Did you think I wouldn't come back to that? There's probably something I missed earlier, but whatever. Moving on. It's the speed differential that gets you. So all these squid missiles out here that are flying down the road at 40 over what other people are doing, I'm a good guesstimator. And in the state of Ohio, a police officer has enough training that a court of law said that their guesstimation could be taken as a valid enough excuse to write a ticket. The legalese escapes me at the moment. Unlike this coffee, which is not escaping. Coffee tunnel! We're gonna do a concert hall, doo-dah, doo-dah. Outside, inside. Oh, good echo. By the way, for the new subscribers, the Road Glide is breaking in nicely. We're now at 1,034 miles, and it's down to 74 degrees. I love it. Bike's doing great, riding great. I have my 1K service scheduled already. I'm gonna get that done post-haste. Post-haste! I don't know why I did that, but we're rolling on. And actually, it's funny because I found this bike, since I believe it handles better than my Street Glide ever did, I find it easier to flick about and change lanes if needed. I had a couple of people that were oncoming traffic come into my lane, and I was able to easily skirt around them. And people that were stopped for no reason, I was just like, boop, yep, go around them, go through the corner, John, there you go. And I found it very easy to maneuver this bike as wide as she is in traffic, which was really an awesome thing. Very happy to see that. Whee! Oh yeah, from a dig. I don't know what I'm doing here. I just felt like I was digging out the throttle while leaned over. You're probably not supposed to do that, but I did it. I got away with it this time. As I tell my kids, you may have gotten away with that stupid decision once, or 5, or 10 times, but it doesn't mean you're gonna get away with it forever. I forgot to deploy countermeasures. Good, nobody coming. Oh yeah, look at this. You know what? We should do a jump off. Yeah, we're gonna pull up here and take a picture. I want to get a picture for the gram. And on that note, there are quite a few times where you need a defensive posture or defensive attitude while riding. And I couldn't have planned it better. I forgot that there's gravel up here. Yeah, we're just gonna pull up here, pull over there, turn off the bike, and now we're gonna go on the Pocket 3 again. By the way, I did a review of the Pocket 3 over there. I don't know if my finger's off frame. It's a wonderful camera. Absolutely love it. I try to use it all the time and in every video because it's such a wonderful tool. All right, I think that's enough pictures. Let's get back out on the bike. This is too much fun. We're good. That guy was nice enough to stop and see if I was doing okay. I'm never okay. I'm John from Road Reality. I'm always manic. Anyway, let's get back on the bike. You know what? That's a hell of a pothole to hit. That thing's like 3 or 4 inches deep. Hold on. Look at this. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Maybe it's 2 inches deep. Yeah, whatever. I'm a guy. We're not good at measuring things like that. Make your joke in the comments section below, but you're probably wrong. Haha. Whee. Honestly, I'm glad I stop there every time I ride by to get a picture, because otherwise I'd probably run into that pothole and be like messing up my suspension and my frame and stuff. So another time to ride defensively, I think, would be at night, especially on country back roads where there might be wildlife that interferes with your traveling along a certain route. Ooh, these people are flying down this road. See, I'm gonna act defensively and give them a wide berth. Yeah, not a B-I-R-T-H, but a B-E-R-T-H. There's a distinct difference. Let me tell you, not allowed at that doctor's office anymore. I don't know where that was going, but it made me chuckle. Oh, goodness. I had to make sure I latched my chin strap. I rode like 20 miles the other day and realized when I got home, I was like, nope, my chin strap was not latched at all. You ever done that? Leave a comment below. I smell grass. I got to be defensive. There might be a bonehead mower out here. Fresh cut grass. Oh, what a great smell. Spring is alive. But a great time to be offensive is in traffic. And why is because it keeps your brain alert and focused at the task at hand. So you're constantly scanning for threats, and you're ranking these threats like 0, 1, 2, etc. I don't know how many threat levels you have. I have like 3, 0, 1, and 2. Yeah, 1 will hurt me, 2 will kill me, 0 is nothing. By the way, in the MSF course, they had they were talking about riding over things in the road, and they were like, well, you have squishables and non-squishables. If it's squishable, ride over. If it's non-squishable, try not to. I think that's how it went. Don't quote me on that. But it really, I think, pays to develop a keen sense of spatial awareness and what's going on. Nope, that's redundant. What's going on around you is redundant. Sorry, I was scanning for threats in this traffic. Yeah, I need to make a right. Hold on a second. Wait, I'm not going fast. These people all want to speed around here. And, you know, my dad told me years ago when I was first learning to drive, he said, look, you can drive at the speed limit all you want, but if you're looking for a place to pull over or you're looking for an address, just don't be an impediment to those around you. Be courteous and go at least the speed limit. It's just courteous, okay? So I've taken that to heart, and I'm going to try to teach my kids that. They're not even close to old enough yet. A rock bounced up and hit my foot. It does not hurt. Wearing my Harley boots today with the blue laces. It's warm out. I need the ventilation. Why did I say that? Anyway, I think I've given you a lot to think about, a lot to comment about, and I want you to think. Is it better to be more or less aggressive when riding your motorbike? Did I ever define aggressive or defensive? Or offensive and defensive? I don't think I did. Oh well. Hopefully you're one of 2 types of people in the world. There are only 2 types of people in the world. Those that can infer from incomplete data. And anyway, thank you very much for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and all that YouTube happy horse hockey. And don't forget your 2 mantras. 1, you have a 100% track record of making it through a bad day. And 2, do something nice for yourself every day. Maybe it's taking a look at your own riding style and seeing if it works for the conditions around you. Bye!